Ito's got the kind of style though that I think if you're starting to feel a little bit of the pressure, it's going to be really annoying. She's got a really unique style in that she rarely actually hits a full forehand. She hits a lot of slice on the forehand, and she does have a conventional backhand, so she can hit it fairly strong as well on that side. She hits a lot of moon balls as well, but surprisingly accurate moon balls, like right near the baseline. And it just takes a lot of players out of their rhythm.
Really irritating, yes.
Yeah, but then sometimes she'll hit, so that's the thing, she'll especially in that backside she'll hit harder and with pace and vary the angle, so you just kind of don't know what's coming, and it's really hard to get into a rhythm, and definitely kind of started to feel the pressure, and ultimately Ito came through. They took that final set 7-5 after Kenin had been up 4-love, so that's obvious.
You got to train with Rafa. Tell me a bit about that.
It's really special because you can train with Rafa. I mean, he's my idol, so I always really feel so special to play with him as well, and get to know him as a person. And he really gave me a few tips as well sometimes during training or even off court when I meet him in the gym. So in Rafa's we have a really good team, and I have a really good team as well, my coach and different help resources, and I think it's really the best for me at the moment.
Can you change it? No. Can't change it, right? So it does you no good to dwell on it. Sometimes we dwell on maybe bad points, but sometimes we dwell on good points, right? How many times have you guys seen players go, they hit a great shot, they're like, give me applause, give me applause, give me applause. They're still thinking about the great shot that they hit, and then before they know it, before they come back, they realize, oh shoot, I just lost the last 3 points, I didn't even realize it. Right? So you cannot change what's happened already in the past. So when you play one point, whether it's good, whether it's bad, just know, hey, come back, play again, whatever point is in front of you, you make sure you give 100% focus.
Yeah, for you recently broke into top 200.
Yeah.
You'll be a little bit further now that you've won this match. I think, obviously that's a great milestone. Do you have any goals that you set for yourself this year, and also long term in your career? Yes. Do you have any goals? So
for this year, my goal is to be top 100. So I know it's not easy, but hopefully I can make it. And and also I want to play the next gen finals. That's my goal this year with my coach, and let's see what happens, and also my long-term goal is to obviously be a Grand Slam champion and also be #1, because Hong Kong there's not a lot of tennis players now, but I want more people that in Hong Kong to know more about tennis, and hopefully I can inspire someone that can start playing tennis.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Those are big aims that you've got there. And also, so you want to inspire people from Hong Kong. You are the top player from Hong Kong. You recently won. You got to the Miami Masters, right? And you were the first player from Hong Kong to play in a Masters 1000.
And made it to major, yeah.
And I think you're the highest ranked player from Hong Kong ever. So, how do you feel about you're flying the flag for Hong Kong, and do you feel proud of this?
Yeah, I'm actually really proud of myself, because I can be representing Hong Kong, because that's where I grew up, where my family, everything is in Hong Kong, and it really means a lot to me. And I really want, since day one that I started playing tennis, I was 5 years old, I always think that if I can be a professional tennis player, I can hopefully I can inspired some kids to play tennis. That's the really main goal for me. And hopefully, yeah. Then in last time when I was in Hong Kong for the ATP, I met some kids, and then they told me that they play tennis because of me, and it really means a lot to me. Yeah, I'm really happy that there's slowly more and more people like getting to know tennis in Hong Kong. Yeah.
Ito's got the kind of style though that I think if you're starting to feel a little bit of the pressure, it's going to be really annoying. She's got a really unique style in that she rarely actually hits a full forehand. She hits a lot of slice on the forehand, and she does have a conventional backhand, so she can hit it fairly strong as well on that side. She hits a lot of moon balls as well, but surprisingly accurate moon balls, like right near the baseline. And it just takes a lot of players out of their rhythm.
Really irritating, yes.
Yeah, but then, sometimes she'll hit, yes. See, that's the thing, yeah, especially in that backside, she'll hit harder and with pace and vary the angle, so you just kind of don't know what's coming. And yeah, it's really hard to get into a rhythm, and yeah, definitely Kenan started to feel the pressure, and ultimately Ito came through. They took that final set 7-5 after Kenan had been up 4-love, so that's obvious.
I mean, I think for me, the expectation would probably to get at least 3-4 wins before the US Open, just to, prepare her for the US Open, which I think is probably the target for her and her team. Like, they want to get that first slam main draw win, and what better place to do it than the US Open, where she's experienced her most successful, at the junior level. And definitely there will be a lot of Filipinos in New York cheering her on. So I think if there's any place that for her to get that first slam main draw win, that would be it. So hopefully the tennis gods will give her a good draw for the US Open. Like, personally, I would love for her to finally just get that first slam main draw win this year, just to cap off her first year on the tour. And I think it's doable, although of course the hard court swing is a bit more challenging because there are so many players who can play on the hard court versus like on the grass, for example, where if you have like just a slight edge of being more comfortable, moving better on the grass, you would do better than most of the other people on the field. But hard court is, I would say, more equal playing field in terms of the rest of the tour. All of them know how to play on hard courts, right? So yeah, I would say maybe get 3 to 4 wins during the warm up to the US Open, and then finally get that main draw win would be a great.
Good. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair.
Can you change it? No. Can't change it, right? So it does you no good to dwell on it. Sometimes we dwell on maybe bad points, but sometimes we dwell on good points, right? How many times have you guys seen players go, they hit a great shot, they're like, give me applause, give me applause, give me applause. They're still thinking about the great shot that they hit, and then before they know it, before they come back, they realize, oh shoot, I just lost the last 3 points, I didn't even realize it, right? So you cannot change what's happened already in the past. So when you play one point, whether it's good, whether it's bad, just know, hey, come back, play again, whatever point is in front of you, you make sure you give 100% focus.
You got to train with Rafa. Tell me a bit about that.
It's really special because you can train with Rafa. I mean, he's my idol, so I always really feel so special to play with him as well, and get to know him as a person. And he really gave me a few tips as well sometimes during training or even off court when I meet him in the gym. So yeah, in Rafa's we have a really good team, and I have a really good team as well. My coach and different help resources, and I think it's really the best for me at the moment.
Hello and welcome to this Tennis Asia TV stream, live watch along for this round of 64 clash between Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova and Io Ito. Now it's an intriguing one because obviously we've got Pavlyuchenkova, who is a veteran on the WTA tour and a player that's in very good form, having reached the Wimbledon quarterfinals and just before that, done very well in Eastbourne. So she'd had a good grass season. However, this is her first match at Cincinnati. So, she's not exactly, in the same situation as Io Ito, who's actually come through qualifying. And Ito, the 21-year-old from Japan, is, making waves at the moment. Certainly she did very well in Canada at the Canadian WTA 1000 event, where she came through qualies and also beat the 7th seed Jasmine Paolini before eventually falling in 3 sets to Jessica Bujes-Manero. That was from a setup, but there's no doubt she's playing well at the moment, because here in Cincinnati, she's also come through qualifying, beaten Krunic, Galfi, and then in the first round in the main draw in straight sets against Elena Gabriela Ruse. So it's an interesting one, again, because of the contrast in styles in terms of Pavlyuchenkova. She's quite an experienced player, but she plays, a big game, good power, and, good from the baseline. And she is a player that, is definitely a player that can trouble Ito. I think, with Ito, she's had some good victories recently, and she's had definitely caused a lot of trouble for her opponents out there. But, some of them have not necessarily been the most powerful, but, Pavlyuchenkova is a player that does have a bit of power in her game, and she's going to hope to dictate. Whereas Ito, the trickery she's got in her game, with a lot of the slice forehands, but also just the unpredictability in her play. She hits a good backhand. She likes to sometimes hit the moon balls, and she just likes to come into the net. Sometimes she sneaks into the net when she can. In Cincinnati, the courts are quick, so that's probably going to help her a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see the dynamic here and how it plays out. And yeah, Ito's just one who is so interesting, and we hope to see more of her on the WTA tour, just because she is got such an unconventional style, and fans love to see it. So we're hoping to see how she does here. And I'm going to try and get up another the score up here on the screen for you, so that we can actually follow that alongside and keep track of what's going on. So we can see there, yeah, we've already got Io Ito going up. It's love 15 on the Pavlyuchenkova serve because of a double fault. So not the greatest start there from Pavlyuchenkova. And then just now, it's gone to love 30 on the Pavlyuchenkova serve. This time the net cord, the ball just dripping over the net there from Ito. So things starting off well here, a bit of luck on her side, let's say. Double fault, and then the net cord in her favour. See if Pavlyuchenkova can now get into this game now, though. Of course, this is the first match here on court 9 in Cincinnati. And oh, wow. So that ball dropped down, and Pavlyuchenkova had an easy put away, really. She went for the volley, but it hit off the net cord and bounced into the tram line. So Io Ito Coming out good there. So she's now love 40 in the Pavlyuchenkova serve. That is actually a great start there for Ayo Ito. So let's see if she can take 3 break points here. She does return the serve. Oh, and Pavlyuchenkova's backhand goes into the net. So easy, very easy first game there to break for Ayo Ito. But obviously that was just more to do with a bit of rustiness, perhaps, a bit of trouble there for Pavlyuchenkova just getting started. Of course, this is her first match in Cincinnati, whereas Ito has actually played 3, having come through qualifying, and also particularly she played one of the qualifying matches, the final one on this court. So certainly she's going to be used to the conditions more so than Pavlyuchenkova. And as I said, the quicker conditions on a hard court is probably quite good for Ito. She broke through onto the WTA Tour last year in Osaka. She got to the semi-finals there, also from qualies, beat Kenin and various players, and Cocciaretta, I think, as well. And she really just showcased her talents there. And there's no doubt that she's got potential to go further. And just a lot of that slice forehand again on display. The backhand tends to be, hit regularly. But we had an extended exchange there, a rally, but this time Pavlyuchenkova comes out on top with the error there eventually from Ito. So early on here, of course, as well, Ito's serve is not conventional at all either, but that, it's not the biggest serve either. So, but Pavlyuchenkova jumped on that serve, and that was a big return. So it's now love 30 on Ito's serve. So Pavlyuchenkova hoping to bounce back with a break of her own in just this second game. That first serve goes out from Ito, so she will have a second serve. If you're watching here on YouTube or Instagram, I hope you can like and subscribe. We are on Instagram as well, Tennis Asia TV. And if you're on X, you can follow us at Tennis Asia, at Tennis Asia. Again there, that was a second serve. Pavlyuchenkova is returning it well, but that was Ito going for the moon ball. She keeps going for the moon balls here. So this is another tactic that she has. She likes to slow down with the high lobbed balls. Eventually, Ito's slow balling her with the lobs and then with the slice forehand. Pavlyuchenkova loses patience, goes big on the backhand, and it goes out into the tram line. So it's 15-30 to Ito. Wow. So Ito just serving out wide there, and it's an ace. And she smiles in delight. She's certainly a player that seems to enjoy the game a lot. You see a lot of her smiling and showing most emotions in a positive way for the most part. Even if she's lost the point, if she's played it well, you can see that the enjoyment she has. And this time, another error from Pavlyuchenkova. So it's 40-30 to Ito, and she has a chance to hold on and take a 2-love lead early in this first set. So serve here from Ito. It is served in. And eventually a forehand error there into the net from Pavlyuchenkova. So Pavlyuchenkova does not look comfortable earlier on in this match. Ito looks like the player, that definitely looks more comfortable. She hasn't had to do too much, but she's just been playing her game as she does, and she looks relaxed. Pavlyuchenkova looks, rusty, perhaps nervous a little bit. I mean, maybe she knows about Ito and the trickery she brings, and she knows in her head probably what she needs to do. But when you actually get out on there on the court, it's not always the easiest when you have to sort of take on an opponent like Ito, who's just very unorthodox. That serve, the first serve was out there. It went wide. So second serve for Pavlyuchenkova, who is the 27th seed. And of course, very experienced and has had, a good success on the tour. But that's okay, that must have been a let earlier. So it's another second serve here. That is served in. Oh, Ito tried to guide that backhand just up the line, just wide. She was kind of going back in behind Pavlyuchenkova, but good idea, but it just went wide. And Ayo Ito has talked herself about, she's not the most powerful. So she said, yeah, I have to figure out other ways to win. And that's, using her trickery, her mind, really. Tennis is a game of the mind and how you use those tools that you have. She defends well. And that's another error there into the tram lines there on the forehand side from Pavlyuchenkova. So quite a few errors here. Ito just hanging in there in the rallies, and then it's the error from Pavlyuchenkova as she tries to go cross court. It goes into the tram lines. So she looks quite annoyed, really, because obviously her performance has not been good so far. That first serve goes out wide again into the tram line. So second serve. And it's funny, just sometimes, the body language you can see early on. Ito looks relaxed. She looks excited. She looks up for this. She returns that with the slice forehand. But Pavlyuchenkova does finish it well. She steps in on the backhand and she hits the winner. So that was finally something to be positive about for the Russian player. It looks like that was a let's, I think, and so we're going to take another first serve here at 30-15 on the Pavlyuchenkova serve. That one goes out, so it will be a second serve. Ito standing eager. She returns on the backhand. Backhand from Pavlyuchenkova. Backhand from Ito. Oh, now slice forehand again from Ito, and Pavlyuchenkova tries to slice it back with her backhand slice, but it goes out. So, Ito is the one changing it up there with the slice, and Pavlyuchenkova tries to slice back, but she makes the error, and that's going to get in a player's head. She's going to be annoyed, no doubt, the Russian player, and she's got a lot of experience, though, so she's not. You'd think she'd be able to work it out here, but oh, another error there again. It was just the chip return again, the slice from Ito. Pavlyuchenkova hits another error. I mean, how many errors is that now from Pavlyuchenkova? It's been quite a lot. And it's another break point for Ito. She could go up a double break here. What a result this would be from Ayo Ito. I mean, she's already beaten Jasmine Paolini in Canada, but she's really good start here. Again, backhand. She defends well on that backhand side. And another error there from Pavlyuchenkova. Ito just hanging in the rallies again. And Ito goes up a double break. 3-love. She hasn't had to do too much. She's just been the more solid player. And a great start for the Japanese up-and-comer, 21 years of age. She's someone that is exciting a lot of people out there. And yeah, great start. I mean, on the other courts, we do see that the third seed Iga Świątek is playing. It's 2-1 early in that match against Potapova. Tatiana Maria is playing Marta Kostyuk. Kostyuk is also up a double break, 3-love, just like Ayo Ito is here. So what does this mean now? If Ayo Ito was to win this match, it's obviously significant for her because she'd be through to the third round at a WTA 1000 event, the last 32 for the first not the first time, but for the second time. But after the match in, she got to the last of 32. She lost to Buzas in Canada, although that was the second round, because that, that was the third round. The last, I don't know what I'm saying. Round of 32. So this would be the second time, if she was to win this, the second time that she'd achieved it. I'm just going to check who she will play. So Ayo Ito, if she does get through this match, is potentially going to play Eva Lees or Madison Keys. Eva Lees is a player who Ayo Ito beat back in that run to the semi-finals in Osaka last year. Ayo Ito and Eva Lees, both very short names, just 3 letters in the first and last names. Also, Madison Keys is the player that she could face, of course, the 6th seed and the Australian Australian Open winner this year. So obviously it would be a big test for Ito, but an experience, no doubt, that she'd love to have. And so they come back out. Ito serves, and we're in a rally, but it is the Russian Pavlyuchenkova who hits a winner on the forehand side, cross court. So she is finally hitting a winner and not making an error. So that's a good start, because she obviously wants to get back into this game. The Russian, having been, she is down a double break. Love 15. Oh, but now she did serve well there. So it's 15 all. 15 all. Ayo Ito. But it will be a second serve now on Ito. Oh, and Pavlyuchenkova steps in and returns that one well, times that return well on the forehand and hits a winner. So it's 15-30, and perhaps a little chance here for Pavlyuchenkova to break back. She returns well with that backhand. She's stepping up the aggression here. Ito's hanging in there, but what's she going to do? She tries to go for the lob. Is it going to be enough? Another lob. It goes over her head. What a lob that was from Ito. Pavlyuchenkova sees the ball go over her head, and that lands in just behind the baseline. Perfectly, perfectly executed lob there from Ito. And she gives a little fist pump like that. 30 all. And then this time, the serve is hit, return is hit long from Pavlyuchenkova. So it's 40-30 to Ito. It's only going one way at this moment. Ito loves the lob, and she clearly has got a good feel. She's very accurate with her lobs. Okay, that was, again, Pavlyuchenkova stepping in and hitting that return well, deep, that Ito made the error. And so it goes to Deuce now. So Deuce, still a chance here for the Russian to break back. Good first serve, though, there from Ito that was unreturned. Going to be important maybe later on. I mean, this serve, might not be too far from ending if assuming Ito continues like this, but and she defends well again. Another slice forehand there, just returning it well deep, and then Pavlyuchenkova tries to go for it with the backhand, but she makes an error. So it's 4-love, and Ito well on the way to potentially another great victory. And it's been a funny year because obviously Ito, as I said, she got to the semi-finals of the WTA 250 in Osaka last year, and that's when she sort of, burst onto the scene, and She did pretty well at the end of last year, and then the start of the year, she won a tournament, the WTA 125 tournament, which was obviously good for her. And then, like since then, she started to not do that very well. I mean, she didn't win many matches. And then it went into clay season, which is definitely not a surface that she's comfortable with. And then, grass season is quite short, and she didn't have any good results there. So, but now we're back on the hard courts again. She's found her game again, and there she goes, winning another point, chasing the drop shot, and then finishing it off. Little drop shot in the backhand side from Pavlyuchenkova, but Ito chases it and touches it away. Okay, this time Pavlyuchenkova does get a point. Ito slices the return, but Pavlyuchenkova steps in with the forehand up the line and finishes it with the winner. And so 30-15 on the Pavlyuchenkova serve. Can she get a game on the board? That's a decent first serve, but it's returned deep by Ito. It was the slice here, the chip on the forehand side, and it just floated in very deep, and it just took Pavlyuchenkova by surprise that she made the error. So it's 30 all, and potentially, could this go to 5-love and potentially a bagel for Ito? That would be quite something. But we're still got a chance here. It will be a second serve though. Second serve here. Ito, how is she going to do? Oh, she went, she didn't go for the chip this time. She went for a full forehand, but unfortunately for Ito, it went long. So it's 40-30 to Pavlyuchenkova. Oh, and Pavlyuchenkova hits the serve out wide, and it's an ace. So she does get one game on the board. It's 4-1 to Ayo Ito. Up, still a double break. If you look at those statistics on your screen, if those are correct, that is quite surprising. Look at that. Only 20. Okay, it's gone up now. 27% of first serve points won from Pavlyuchenkova. That's a really low number. The opposite there for Ayo Ito is 70 and 50. I mean, that's the kind of ratio you would expect. But here it's not good on the first serve. A couple of double faults, but when she's making a lot of first serves but not winning them. Overall, though, I mean, you look at the points total. That's 11 points to 20. I mean, that is a very one-sided so far. I mean, a lot of that's just become, it's come from Pavlyuchenkova's errors, and that may be partly to do with Ito and the way she plays the game, but I think also Pavlyuchenkova has just come out rusty. I don't know what, maybe just hasn't had enough time to adapt to the conditions yet, like Ito has. And honestly, it's been a great start for the Japanese player here on Court 9 in Cincinnati. Please leave a comment if you want to ask anything, if you've got any thoughts. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done that. We're also on Instagram, Tennis Asia TV, and on X at Tennis Asia. Ooh, another lob attempt there from Ito, and it goes out behind the baseline. So it's love 15 early on here, but she does still have that double break cushion. Ito to serve right now. It does go in, and it's returned hard from Pavlyuchenkova. And did that forehand go in? No, it went, just dragged it wide, Pavlyuchenkova. So it's 15 all. And she's frustrated there because she could have gone up love 30, and that would have been a chance probably to break back here. But that first serve from Ito there, just going quite long. But now here, second serve, it is in, but it kind of jammed under the body of, oh my goodness. What an incredible slice, sort of drop shot. I don't know how to describe it, but that was just a slice there from Ito, and it just drops over the net, just over, and no chance for Pavlyuchenkova to take it to 30-15. But then Ito just served there, and Pavlyuchenkova hit a big winner, perhaps out of frustration. So it's back to 30 all. Ito looking a little bit concerned here that she might get broken, you know. Oh, she goes out wide though, and that was well executed. Pavlyuchenkova could barely get a racket on it, and it's 40-30. So a chance now to go up 5-1 for Ito. And I think if she does take this, it's probably, you know, the set's done, right? So that's a let there. Will be another first serve. Oh, into the net. So second serve. Oh, another lob there. More slice forehands. Oh, and it just goes long there from Ito. She was on the stretch, and it goes to Deuce. So still a chance here. And I feel like, you know, Ito wins this game. Probably, you know, pretty much the set's done. But if Pavlyuchenkova breaks back, it gives her a chance to get back into this, definitely. She can sort of find her game. I mean, she does seem to have loosened up a bit. Oh, but that return goes long, and yeah, she looks really disappointed. And of course, this is out in court 9. You know, it's not too many people around. There's a small crowd there. A lot of matches going on. Oh, and that was a return winner there on the backhand side from Pavlyuchenkova. So it goes back to Deuce. Oh, and it does feel like a crucial game because, you know, longer this goes on, whoever wins it is going to feel like big pressure off. Oh, another good return. And that's an advantage now to Pavlyuchenkova. Can she break back here? Oh. Oh. So she stepped in there with the backhand. You know, Ito was defending on the backhand side. It was going up the line. Pavlyuchenkova stepped in with the forehand, but it goes into the net. So it's back to Deuce. And the first serve goes in. But, you know, you can feel, yeah, Pavlyuchenkova is upping the aggression now, trying to step in and use the power she does have. And another good forehand winner there. So Pavlyuchenkova has got the advantage. Oh, and that first serve out wide goes out. So Ito will take a second serve, and the chance here, expect Pavlyuchenkova to go big on the return. Oh, no. Oh. So that was a pretty good serve there from Ito on the second serve. She went more down the middle, but it was fairly, you know, it wasn't too soft. It was fairly deep in the service box. So that's just enough to put off Pavlyuchenkova, who sends that return long. And it's deuce. And this time the serve out wide. Ito steps in. Oh, she went for the serve and volley. Pavlyuchenkova managed to lob her, but it goes into the tram line. So Ito holds on. And, you know, I guess you got to say, Ito, she was brave and switched up, and she was rewarded. Advantage. And there she hits the serve out wide, and it's an ace. So Ito holds on 5-1. This Japanese youngster is in the driving seat and just one game away from taking this first set. I'm sure she's delighted with how this has gone so far. And if we look at those statistics, two break points. Yeah, 2 break points there Pavlyuchenkova had, and she couldn't take them. Still overall there, we can see 17 points to 27. So yeah, Ito has definitely been on top here. Another chip return there from Ito. She's in the rally, but she gets the ball back deep with that backhand, and Pavlyuchenkova can't do anything with that. So it's love 15 and a chance here. Perhaps just a few points away, Ito now from getting the breadstick. Couldn't get the bagel, but perhaps a breadstick. Oh, but the backhand goes long. So 15 all here. And more forehand slices here. And eventually a forehand error from Pavlyuchenkova. Sometimes I feel like, you know, if you're Ito, just keep going for that forehand slice, because, you know, when it gets in the player's head, it's been very effective for her. So $15-30. It's a second serve from Pavlyuchenkova. Another forehand slice. More slices. Oh, that one's just over the net. Oh, it's Pavlyuchenkova who comes forward this time, and she does finish off nicely, it has to be said, at the net on the backhand side, and it's 30 all. Yeah. So she has been, you know, working her way into this, and oh, that is a beautiful backhand up the line pass there from Ito. She knew what she was doing as Pavlyuchenkova came forward, and that was beautifully executed, and it brings up the first set point. And you got to say, she's played the better match so far, Ito. And that finishes with a Pavlyuchenkova forehand that goes long. And that is the first set, 6-1 to the Japanese 21-year-old. And she's on her way to a second consecutive tournament where she's reached the third round, second consecutive WTA 1000 event, each time coming from qualifying. So, you know, this is great stuff from her. And, you know, she's just on the edge of the top 100. She seems like she's going to be a player that's going to be up, you know, making it up further. And hopefully for her is going to be, you know, a mainstay on the WTA tour and playing regularly and you know, in the slams and some of these bigger events. And definitely, I think a lot of people, including you watching there, I'm sure, are so excited to see Ayo Ito and just her creative and unconventional style. And we live in an age where,
increasingly players are, for the most part, the archetype is the, power from the baseline. And it is refreshing to see a player like Ito. Just going to take a quick break, guys. I'm going to leave you with a little interview I did with Coleman Wong last year.
So you recently broke into top 200. You'll be a little bit further now that you've won this match. I think, obviously that's a great milestone. Do you have any goals that you set for yourself this year? And also, like long term in your career, do you have any goals?
So for this year, my goal is to be top 100. So I know it's not easy, but hopefully I can make it. And and also I want to play the next gen finals. That's my goal this year with my coach. And let's see what happens. And also my long-term goal is to obviously be a Grand Slam champion and also be number one, because Hong Kong, there's not a lot of tennis players now, but I want more people that in Hong Kong to know more about tennis, and hopefully I can inspire someone that can start playing tennis.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Those are big aims that you've got there.
Back here, so second set begins, and it is Ito to serve, having won the first set 6-1. Just to be dominant so far. Pavlyuchenkova has not played the way she would have liked to have played. I did feel she was starting to improve a little bit, but it was a little bit too little, too late. And now it's a good chance for her to, reset and see if she can get back into the game. It started off, though, with a double fault from Ito, and she got into that rally in the second point, and it's now love 30. Pavlyuchenkova coming out on top. So perhaps it's a good chance here for the Russian to break in the first game of the second set. Yeah, and it was a bit of luck there from Ito. Another net cord working in her favor, so she's 15-30. Oh, but that was another good return there from Pavlyuchenkova, and it brings an error from Ito, so it's 15-42 break points for the Russian early on in this second set. Can she break in the first game? Oh, and she can. Wasn't the best serve there from Ito. And it just sat up nicely. Pavlyuchenkova hits a big winner cross court. And first game goes to Anastasia, who is a 27th seed here. Of course, this is round 2, the round of 64. But it's the first match that Pavlyuchenkova's played in this tournament because she is the seeded player. So she gets a bye through the first round. Ito has played the first round, and she's played 2 qualifying matches. So she's got that match sharpness. She's under her belt. She's got the conditions. She's used to that. And as I said before, they are conditions which should suit her. Definitely, plays best on the hard courts, and a quicker hard court will definitely suit her game. Ooh, there it was this time, first point of this second game, and Ito going for the cross court backhand pass, but it goes out. Yeah, right wide, and 15 love in this second set. And this time the serve out wide from Pavlyuchenkova is returned into the net by Ito. So it's 30-love. Pavlyuchenkova has a chance now, having only won one game in the first set, to perhaps go 2 games to love up in this second set. But here at 30-love, it will be a second serve. Oh, and it goes long. So it's a double fault. And it's now 30-15. And that's perhaps an opportune time moment because, you don't want to just give the momentum back, that she's got maybe here. To go up 2-love is obviously a great way for her to start the second set. Oh. And this time it's Pavlyuchenkova with the ball bouncing off the net cord in her favor this time. So yeah, and that was a pretty good point there from Ito. So a bit unfortunate from her point of view because Ito, she might be clear that she's on the back foot a bit with the player in front of her with having more power, but she defends well and she reads the game well. So it makes her a dangerous opponent to play against. She kind of knows what shots to play. She reads. Wow, another amazing lob there. Not sure how she got it in, and then she finishes it off. But she wins the point. Wow. 30-40 now. I mean, I'm always surprised. I couldn't believe that lob went in. Yeah, Ito's, she's a very smart player, I think. I mean, that's how she's able to make this work. She reads the game well, and she's almost sort of, I think sometimes, she's doing things before opponents, she's reading what her opponent's doing very quickly. Oh, that was a good serve down the tee there from Pavlyuchenkova that Ito could not return. So it is 2-love, and yeah, Pavlyuchenkova already doubled her game count in this set compared to the first. So some work to do here in this second set from Ito. So yeah, 15-love to start here. Will be a second serve now at 15-love. Oh, but it was down the middle and Pavlyuchenkova was ready to take it on the backhand side and beautifully executed return winner. And now that Pavlyuchenkova started to find her game a little bit, I think that serve, from Ito, she's got to be careful that she's not just giving, not just teeing it up for Pavlyuchenkova to hit those winners. It's going to be another second serve here at 15-all. And she's good at doing that, Ito, using the lob to buy herself time, and she manages to get back in the rally, hit a decent backhand, and then she draws the error on the forehand side from Pavlyuchenkova. So 30-15 to Ito. So serve here from Ito. And that was the first serve, and it's returned out there from Pavlyuchenkova. So 40-15, so chance now to gain points for Ito to get her first game of this second set. Yeah, and it's going to be a second serve now. I'm sure Pavlyuchenkova is going to be ready to step in here. And it is returned, but we get into a rally, and then, oh, the Ito went for the forehand slice there, but it was a bit too casual and went into the net, and that was definitely an unforced error. She had so much time there. I don't know what she was doing there, but just poorly executed. Oh, and it was Pavlyuchenkova again going up the line with the backhand side, and that was a beautifully struck backhand winner. And it's a deuce now, and Ito's maybe going to be regretting that forehand earlier, as that first serve goes wide, and it's another second serve. She's got to be careful here, because then it could be a double break. And well, she's hanging in there, but she's on the back foot, but it's not enough. And Pavlyuchenkova has a backhand up the line winner, and it's now advantage and a chance, yeah, to go up a double break, just like Ito went up a double break in the first set. Oh, and that's it. That's it. 3-love to Pavlyuchenkova. And as I said, it's just the opposite of how the first set went in terms of the score. You know, the ice towel there around Pavlyuchenkova. Some cold air blowing in her face there. I think it's obviously very hot. The American summer tends to be very hot. I'm sure today is no exception. If you are watching on YouTube, please hit like and subscribe. And if you happen to be there watching on Instagram, please also follow the account if you haven't already. Tennis Asia TV. Ao Ito. Seems to be quite a few of you watching here, 39 of you on the YouTube channel at least. And I'm just wondering how that poll has gone. Because I put up a poll, of course, who is going to win this match, Pavlyuchenkova or Ao Ito. Yeah, 90% have voted for Ito, 10% for Pavlyuchenkova. I'm assuming there's a lot of Japanese fans, or at least, you know, Ao Ito fans in this chat. I mean, not too surprising, I suppose. But of course, you know, given how the match had gone, doesn't seem like such a bad prediction, but definitely a chance for Pavlyuchenkova to get back into it now. She comes out to serve now at 3-love in this second set. So it will be a second serve here, and let's see if Ito can stamp her authority in this game and try and get back into it. And yeah, the serve was returned okay, and that was a pretty wild error there from Pavlyuchenkova. So it is going to be love 15 to start off here in this fourth game of the second set. And a quick break back, of course, would be ideal from Ito's point of view in terms of getting back in this set. Yeah, and it was an awkward return there from Ito, but Pavlyuchenkova raced in and dealt with it well. She seems to have been upset about something talking to her boxer, Pavlyuchenkova, but perhaps just sort of frustrated with what's coming from Ito. And we are in an extended rally here. The slicing's come back from Ito. Oh, yeah, Ito hung in well there, and eventually it was the error on the forehand side there from Pavlyuchenkova in the middle of the court, dragging it wide. And yeah, Ito just she defends well again, and it's 15-30, and yeah, of course this is what Ito wants. She wants to halt that momentum a little bit. Oh, and it's the backhand that's dragged wide there from Pavlyuchenkova as she steps in. Just the slice return, or the chip return rather, from Ito. And 2 breakback points here for the Japanese youngster. Just 21 still so much of her career ahead of her. Oh, that was a serve out wide from Pavlyuchenkova, and Ito is unable to get the ball back over the net. So she saves 1 break point, the Russian, 30-40. Oh, it will be a second serve, though, for Ito. Let's see if she's able to do something in this point here. Another break point. It is, casual little chip return there from Ito, but Pavlyuchenkova was waiting and goes with a pretty good forehand winner there. Finishes it off nicely and saves another break point. So we go to juice. Oh, that was the chip again there from Ito. Goes long behind the baseline. So chance now, advantage. Having had 2 breakback points, Ito, and perhaps halting Pavlyuchenkova's, in this second set. But now it's a chance here for Pavlyuchenkova to go up 4-love, just like Ito did in the first set. Wow. Pavlyuchenkova went for the drop shot, but Ito racing pretty fast up to that ball to get it at the net, and then finishing off deep into the corner. And we've seen that a bit before, but she raced up fast this time, so she comes out on top, and I don't think Pavlyuchenkova is going to be happy with that. She sort of left the door open for Ito, so it's juice again, and a chance now, perhaps still, for Ito to break back. And she returns it deep with the forehand. Oh, she tried to go up the line there quickly, but we haven't seen her try to do that too much. That was not going for the slice, trying to go a bit bigger up the high part of the net, up the line there in the forehand, but unfortunately it goes into the net, and it's advantage against Pavlyuchenkova. Another drop shot there, this time on the backhand side, and it doesn't work out for Pavlyuchenkova because Ito gets there, and eventually she has to finish it off with a volley at the net. This time using, she gets there And then Pavlyuchenkova hits it high, and it's finished with a volley or smash volley from Ito. Juice feels like a key point really in this game. Yeah, another good strike there of the forehand from Pavlyuchenkova. The return actually was in too easy a position there for Pavlyuchenkova. So Ito not doing much with that return, and another game point. Oh, into the net though, so it will be second serve. Wow, it's interesting rally here. Now, oh, look at that. The slices here from Ito. Now going for a bigger forehand though. No slice. And she goes up the line with a backhand, but it hits off the net cord. But eventually Pavlyuchenkova is able to step in and finish off with a forehand winner. And she does make it 4-love. Ito was trying to use her trickery there, but it just wasn't quite enough. I mean, 4-love to Pavlyuchenkova in a very different second set now. And it's maybe tough to see Ito getting back into this second set. I mean, she's going to have to surely win this this game now, which she will serve for. And if you're watching, I know I keep saying it, but it helps me out if you hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment in the chat if you want. Ask me any questions if you want to talk about tennis, Asian tennis, Asian players. If you want to ask about Ito or other Japanese players. We could talk about Naomi Osaka, who's just finished runner-up in Canada. Great run for her. Didn't go too well for a number of reasons in the final, but that return there from Pavlyuchenkova goes out. So it's 30-love to Ito and a chance for her to get her first game. Of course, Ito is another up-and-coming Japanese player at the moment on the women's side. Obviously, we can see her unconventional trickery, the style that she brings. Oh, that forehand there going long from Pavlyuchenkova. So it's 40-love. But, I don't think she's not yet at the level where she's going to play in the Billie Jean King Cup, because I think they've got the Japanese team playing in the finals there next month. But I think, Japan, they've got a pretty good team in terms of sort of the versatility of the players that they've got. Got a lot of doubles players. And Ito might be one that she'll be hoping to work her way into that team. I mean, she's obviously a good option to have. I think she'll do well, certainly against certain players. So, and obviously with Naomi Osaka coming back in strong performance, so she's showing that she's still got a high level in her. And that was a return that goes out. So it is Ito who holds on, gets a game on the board. It's 4-1 to Pavlyuchenkova. And just that game was necessary for Ito to give her any chance of taking this second set. If she can come out and get the break, then things start to look quite different. But probably she will need to break, and no guarantee that happens, but we'll see. And wherever you're watching around the world, perhaps many of you are in Japan, hoping to get some info about Ito, please hit like and subscribe. I think I saw Nao Habino, the other Japanese player they are watching on. Nao Habino's been on the scene for quite some time. Another good player. Plays a more conventional style than as compared to Ito, but also not the biggest player herself. So elsewhere, we have Iga Świątek, third seed here in Cincinnati, up 6-1, taking the first set against Potapova, but it's 3-all on serve in the second set. On the men's side, Benjamin Bonzi is up against 8th seed Lorenzo Musetti. Musetti leads 7-5, and it's 1-all in the second set on serve. Holger Rune has gone up a break 6-5 against Safiullin, so now Holger Rune has a chance to serve out that first set. And Alex Michelsen is down a set to Corentin Moutet, but up 3-love in the second set. Coleman Wong, who's the player you might have saw me interviewing earlier, the player from Hong Kong, 21-year-old, he will take on Ugo Umber, the 20th seed. So big match for him. Umber, of course, is a good player, but the way Wong has been playing, he also similarly has come through from the qualifying, just like Ito has, and Coleman Wong, he came through in that first round strong 6-3, 6-2 against Mapeshi Perikar, the big server. So, he's going to be feeling not much pressure going into this match against Umber. And that was returned there as we go back to this match between Ito and Pavlyuchenkova. Returned and then forehand dragged well wide from Pavlyuchenkova. So actually long, wide and long. I mean, so it's love 30 now and a chance for Ito to get back into this. But that was a decent serve from Pavlyuchenkova out wide. And she does get a point on the board there, 15-30. But it does feel like if Ito can actually break back here, that definitely, changes things here. And it gives her a good shot of getting back into this set. 15-30. First serve now for the Russian, 27th seed. It goes long. It's going to be a second serve. 15-30, such a big point. 15-30, it goes next to 15-40 or 30-all. Big difference there. And it is returned there from Ito. She chases the ball and she does finish it. Yeah, the volley was good from, not too bad there from Pavlyuchenkova on the backhand side, little drop volley. But, Ito read it and she raced up to it and she finishes with the backhand up the line, passing Pavlyuchenkova, and she has 15-40. So, Ito, can she break back here? 2 break back points. She gets, disappointed she'll be. That return goes into the net. That is definitely one that she could have made, but it will be. Oh no, is it? Oh, it must have been a let, or if it went out. So she'll get another chance here. It is returned. Comment there from Giselle. Please stream the play, the live stream. I cannot play it because I don't have the rights to do that. If I do that, the channel will get banned. Wow. So Ito just got the ball back there, and the error there, again, wide from Pavlyuchenkova. So Ito does break back. It is 2-4 as Ito will now serve. So she's definitely going to avoid the bagel like that she dished out in the first set. And Yeah, Pavlyuchenkova, I mean, as you know, she's got better in this match. She just hasn't looked quite comfortable. Certainly given, how well she played during the grass season. Yeah. And at the moment, I would not be surprised if Ito came back now to get back on serve, and that'll give her a chance to obviously win the set, but it's going to be quite a bit of a comeback. But I just don't think that Pavlyuchenkova looks very comfortable, and there's still some strange errors coming from her racket. And if you're feeling a bit, I mean, I've said before, if you are feeling a little bit nervous, if you're feeling a bit of pressure, Ito is not the kind of player that you want to be playing. She just makes things awkward for you. Thanks for commenting, cheering from the Philippines. Yes, I guess, are you a fan of Alex Ayala? If you're from the Philippines, Alex Ayala unfortunately cannot play in Cincinnati because she has a shoulder injury, so she pulled out. But hopefully she will be fit and ready for the US Open, which is going to be really important, of course. Oh, and it's 30 all now. 30 all. Ito, this is obviously crucial. Yes, Alex Ayala, the rising player from the Philippines. She won the US Open as a junior. But so it will be nice to see her play finally in the main draw of the US Open as a professional player. And so it's 40-30 to Ito. She serves, it is in. But that was a decent return from Pavlyuchenkova. But somehow Ito gets it back, but Pavlyuchenkova goes cross court, and that is well finished. So it goes to deuce. Yeah, last year, Alex Ayala, she was in the qualifying tournament for the US Open, and she got to the third round and just lost out. I happened to be in New York for that match, and you can see on the YouTube channel a little clip of that match. But yeah, unfortunately. So I'm looking forward to seeing Alex Ayala this year at the US Open. Many Filipinos were there in attendance. She got big Filipino population in New York and in the US in general, and they're going to be out there looking to see her. So, and that was another rally there where it ends in a Pavlyuchenkova forehand error, and it's 3-4 or 4-3 to the Russian, but she still got one break. But it seems like Ito is finding her way in this set, and perhaps she can get another break back. Where do you watch the stream? If you have a subscription, you can pay for a WTA TV if you are in the Philippines. I don't know the particular channel that you need to watch this on, or if it's being showed somewhere. Sometimes, actually, a lot of the time, if you can't find the match, and unfortunately, the only way to find them is on betting websites. I don't know if you have betting websites in your country. Sometimes, unfortunately, that's the only way to see certain matches. But if you have WTA TV, you can watch this for sure. Certainly, some countries, people are lucky enough to have a TV channel, cable channel that has all the rights to the tennis, and will actually allow you to show or watch, all the different courts. I mean, I envy those people who have those options. Of course, this is the Cincinnati WTA 1000. It's a long-running tournament and a prestigious one. And of course, it's the main tournament before the US Open, which will start in a couple of weeks, or 3 weeks or so. We're talking about Alex Ayala, but she unfortunately, of course, had to pull out this tournament, and she was supposed to be playing in Monterrey, a tournament in Mexico, in the week before US Open. She did say that she's going to be there. I don't know if she's going to play or not. Obviously, with that shoulder injury, I heard that she might pull out. Or I don't think she was in the main draw anyway because her ranking slipped down. But she could definitely have played. She could play the qualifying. And wow, that was on the stretch there, the backhand from Ito. And it was an error there from Pavlyuchenkova. So it's love 15. Maybe a little chance here now for Ito to break back, having been down 4 love. Could she get it back to 4 all? Oh my goodness, a double fault there from the Russian. So love 30 now, and yes, it's looking more likely. From 4 love down, can she get it back level? Second serve here. Big pressure for the Russian. Oh, it's a good return there from Ito. She's going bigger this time, And obviously she knew that was the moment to do that. And it draws the error from the Russian. So 3 break back points for the Japanese. Now she goes for the chip. Oh, it's a drop shot there from Pavlyuchenkova. But Ito chases it again. She gets there and finishes off down the line with that forehand. We've seen that before. And we're back level 4 all. Io Ito from 4 love down. And there you go. I mean, I'm not sure what Pavlyuchenkova was thinking going for that drop shot, because it didn't work a few times now because Ito chased it, and that's exactly what happened again. And if you're going to do it, it needed to be better executed than that. And you have to say, well done to Ito, for staying in it and just not getting flustered and just sticking with her game. And she was able to get back into it. And, it's a player who's enjoying her tennis clearly right now. Wow, there's the aggression there, though, with the forehand from Pavlyuchenkova. So it's 15-30. She probably knows that she needs to go for it here. And crucial moments here. Oh, that's a short ball, though, from Ito. She's got to be careful. Yeah, and Pavlyuchenkova steps in and is aggressive. So for Ito, unfortunately, it's 15-40. So 2 break back points here. And of course, if she would serve for the set, if she does get it. Oh, and it's a return winner on the forehand side. It wasn't a great serve. And wow, it's now 5-4. So having done that hard work there, Ito, she loses her serve there, and it's 5-4. The Russian 27th seed will serve for the second set. But of course, it will be a bit of pressure here for her to actually get it done. Let's see if she can do that. Okay, so it's obviously big moments here in Cincinnati for Ito. Whoever wins this next game, it's either going to be Pavlyuchenkova who takes the second set, or it's Ito who gets back into this and gives her a chance. But Marta Kostyuk, if we look at the scores elsewhere, she won 6-love, 6-1 against Tatiana Maria. And Iga Świątek is about to go 6-1, 6-4 against Potapova. A match point now for the Polish player. Elsewhere, Musetti finds himself up a set but down 4-1 in the second set against Bonzi, a double break as well. Casper Ruud managed to take the first sets in a tiebreak against Arthur Rinderknecht. Rune did take that first set 7-5, and it's on serve early in the second set. So all going on here. I mean, if you look at the stats on the screen there, the total points won is 60-48 in favor of Ito. So it still shows that, overall, she has been the player that has been better, but, she's just lost the crucial points here. And yeah, Pavlyuchenkova just coming in again, and Ito just unable to get there for the pass, and it's 15-love. And one point closer for the Russian to get this set and take it to a third set. Yeah, and the Russian is really trying to be aggressive here on, wow, incredible defense there from Ito. She manages to volley it up, and Pavlyuchenkova hits the smash into the net. I mean, really, she probably shouldn't have done that, really, but just the defense there, Ito, if you get the ball back, then there's a chance that your player will make an error, and that's exactly what happened. So 15-all, very crucial here. Can Ito possibly, I mean, with this set has been really interesting, because if you're just joining, Pavlyuchenkova was leading 4-love. Ito brought it back to 4-all and then got broken. Oh my goodness. So Ito just got the ball over the net, and Pavlyuchenkova was racing forward and just had to try and tap it over the net, but it just hit off the top of the net and bounced back on her side of the net. So yeah, she's just trying to scoop over the ball, but not working out for her. So 15-30 on Pavlyuchenkova's serve. So it's pressure again. Oh, that was a backhand there. She got into the rally well, Ito, but she hit the backhand long, and that was actually too easily given away from her. I mean, that goes down as an unforced error. And you wouldn't really expect her to do that. She's, quite solid on the backhand side in the rally balls. But anyway, 30-all. Oh my goodness. Pavlyuchenkova had the court just to put away that forehand, and she puts it long, clearly feeling the pressure, and it's 30-40. and a breakpoint opportunity for the Japanese player. Incredible. Oh, it was down the middle, and Ito got there, and she tried to slice it, but just really there was nothing on it, so it went into the net, and it's juice. So Pavlyuchenkova, you know, she's going to be feeling relieved for sure. Still got a chance to take this set here. Oh, these little slices are... Oh, and she tried to go for the pass there, Ito, and yeah, I think she knows that was crucial. She probably could have done better there, and she dragged the ball wide, and yeah, it's advantage now to Pavlyuchenkova. It's a set point. Can she take it and push this to a third and final set? It just goes long. So it will be a second serve on this set point. Oh, it was short there, but it was returned well. But eventually finished off strong with the forehand, and Ito unable to get it back. So the Russian does take the second set, 6-4. And we'll go to a third set. Well, it is very entertaining stuff here. You know, Ito down 4-love, fighting back to 4-all, and then getting broken. And then she had a chance to break back there. But eventually the Russian opponent gets it done, 6-4, and we're in the final set. And it's pretty interesting. Currently, this is the only women's match still going on. As Iga Swiatek just finished her match. I think upcoming we will have Maya Joint on court 10, the youngster who Alexiala lost to in the Eastbourne final. Haddad Maya is her opponent. And Leyla Fernandez will be coming up soon on court 3 against Jessica Bujas Manero. Also back in action for first time in a while is Emma Raducanu, who takes on Danilovic, and Eva Lees and Madison Keys on soon. So if you're joining, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, you can follow us on Instagram, Tennis Asia TV, same as this channel on YouTube. Please hit like and subscribe if you have not already. We will be having more live stream and watch-alongs, and hopefully more content in terms of, you know, analysis of the matches and previews of upcoming events. And perhaps during the Asian swing, we hope to be giving you more content in terms of like at the tournaments and even with some of the players. So that is something that we hope to be doing during the Asian swing, which is coming up very soon after the US Open. We've got a WTA tournament in Korea here in Seoul. There's also the Billie Jean King Cup finals, which will be being held in Shenzhen in China this year. 3 Asian teams are in the event. China, the hosts, Japan, and Kazakhstan. And yeah, a lot coming up in terms of, you know, all the Asian tour events, you know, in China, Japan, the Shanghai Masters. And also, I think the WTA returns to India. There's a tournament in Chennai So it is 1-all, and Io Ito, she was causing a lot of trouble for Pavlyuchenkova in the first set. And Pavlyuchenkova got off to a good start in the second set and raced off to a good start before Ito came back into it. But it did feel that the Russian player was making a few too many errors, that, more than she'd certainly like. And although she has improved in this match, it's going to be interesting to see how she does in the third set, because I feel like, maybe Ito's going to have to try something a little bit different, try and impose her game a little bit more, because she's got to be careful not to get bullied, because obviously the Russian player has, bigger weapons. She's got more power and she can dictate. And although Ito can defend well, it's not necessarily something that she's going to want to rely on all the time. She's going to try and work out how to sort of take control and in the rally somehow.
Ito's got the kind of style. Ito's got the kind of style, though, that I think if you're starting to feel a little bit of the pressure, it's going to be really annoying. She's got a really unique style in that she rarely actually hits a full forehand. She hits a lot of slice on the forehand, and she does have a conventional backhand, so she can hit it fairly strong as well on that side. She hits a lot of moon balls as well, but surprisingly accurate moon balls, like right near the baseline. And it just takes a lot of players out of their rhythm.
Really irritating, yes.
Yeah, but then, sometimes she'll hit, so that's the thing, especially in that backside, she'll hit harder and with pace and vary the angle, so you just kind of don't know what's coming. And it's really hard to get into a rhythm, and definitely kind of started to feel the pressure, and ultimately Ito came through. They took that final set 7-5 after Kenin had been up 4-love, so that's obvious.
Can you change it? No. Can't change it, right? So it does you no good to dwell on it. Sometimes we dwell on maybe bad points, but sometimes we dwell on good points, right? How many times have you guys seen players go, they hit a great shot, they're like, give me applause, give me applause, give me applause. They're still thinking about the great shot that they hit, and then before they know it, before they come back, they realize, oh shoot, I just lost the last 3 points, I didn't even realize it, right? So you cannot change what's happened already in the past. So when you play one point, whether it's good, whether it's bad, just know, hey, come back, play again, whatever point is in front of you, you make sure you give 100% focus.
You got to train with Rafa. Tell me a bit about that.
It's really special because you can train with Rafa. I mean, he's my idol, so I always really feel so special to play with him as well, and get to know him as a person. And he really gave me a few tips as well sometimes during training or even off court when I meet him in the gym. So yeah, in Rafa's we have a really good team, and I have a really good team as well, my coach and different help resources, and I think it's really the best for me at the moment.
I mean, I think for me, the expectation would probably to get at least 3-4 wins before the US Open, just to, prepare her for the US Open, which I think is probably the target for her and her team. Like, they want to get that first slam main draw win, and what better place to do it than the US Open, where she's experienced her most successful, in at the junior level, and definitely there will be a lot of Filipinos in New York cheering her on. So I think if there's any place that for her to get that first slam
Mm.
main draw win, that would be it. So hopefully the tennis gods will give her a good draw for the US Open. Like personally, I would love for her to finally just get that first slam main draw win this year just to cap off her first year on the tour. And I think it's doable. Although, of course, the hard court swing is a bit more challenging because there are so many players who can play on the hard court versus like on the grass, for example, where
And this game is just restarted as Ito comes out on top in that first point with the error on the forehand side from Pavlyuchenkova. Ito serving first this time. I mean, I don't know how crucial that's going to be. I mean, I can certainly imagine a few breaks going both ways, but that was a good first serve out wide. An ace from Ito. 30 love. Yeah, 3 game points there, and that was the first serve went in, but it was shanked by Pavlyuchenkova, and it's 1 love early in this third set. So, is it going to be Ito, the up-and-coming Japanese youngster, or the veteran Pavlyuchenkova who gets it done in this third set? What do you think? Do you think Ito's going to get it done? If you're watching along, please give us your thoughts in the chat. And please like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. Yeah, first point there goes to Pavlyuchenkova. 15 love. And I just feel, though, it's Pavlyuchenkova started to sort of get more comfortable as the match has gone on. And although she has, made some errors here and there, which have been unfortunate from her point of view, that she shouldn't really be making. But, if Pavlyuchenkova can find her game and start playing the more consistently how she should be playing, and as she's shown in glimpses, then you would have to say that she has the ability to take this match, take control here. But let's see, it's 40 love now. But that's returned pretty well from Ito. Oh, and Ito tried to go big up the line on the backhand up the line, but unfortunately, that was wild. It went into the outer part of the net. But it's 1-1, and Ito will now serve. Yeah, and it's just like thanks for commenting, Dominic. He says he loves the way how he plays. and enjoys it. Yeah, I think a lot of people love Io Ito. She's just very unconventional. And yeah, we got the comparisons there to the legend that is Shea Sue, the player from Taiwan, who, of course, is a bit of a quirky character as well, and also a doubles legend, multiple slam champion in doubles. But yeah, she has a very tricky style. And I think Ito too has her own style, especially those slices that she hits so much. But the unpredictability and the sort of the unconventional nature is definitely like Shea Sue. And you know, and she's got a very good understanding, Ito. She can read her opponent well, what they're going to do, and she's sort of good at executing. Good at placing the ball when she hits those lobs that she places so well. And I suppose she doesn't have the power, so she has to think of other ways to win points, and she does that well. Well, that was, yeah, obviously that second serve there from Ito right in the middle of the box, and it was too easy for Pavlyuchenkova to return, and it's 15-30, and Ito's got to be careful. Well, that was a good backhand up the line there from Pavlyuchenkova. That is a great winner, and now it's pressure here for Ito early in the third set. It's 15-40. Oh, and that first serve goes long. I mean, this is pressure now because it's still early in the third set, but Pavlyuchenkova, she starts playing consistently well. She's going to destroy those serves. Oh, and she had a chance there, Pavlyuchenkova, but she hits that backhand into the net. And that was, the court was open for her. It's 30-40. So I think that must have been a let. It's another first serve for Ito. It goes into the net. So it's a second serve. Was it another let? Okay, still 30-40 here, and we're still waiting for the point to start, but and that's it. Eventually, Pavlyuchenkova takes it, so she does get the break, and not a great start for Ito fans, as the early break is conceded. It's 2-1 in this third set. Of course, still a long way to go. And would you be surprised if Ito broke back? No, I wouldn't be surprised at all. But yeah, she's going to have to try and find her way back in here, and she's going to try and have to find a way to impose her game a little bit more. What's going on elsewhere? The men's is still going on. Tommy Paul against Pedro Martinez has started. Alex Michelsen has come back to win that second set. He was down to Corentin Moutet, so they have one set each. Arthur Rinderknecht is fighting back, though, against Casper Ruud. Ruud won the first set tiebreak, but Rinderknecht up 3-love and 30-love. Seemingly no other women's... Is there not other women's matches going on yet? It seems not. Not yet. Oh, just... yeah, the men's. So how do we think this is going to go? Do we think that Ito is going to come back and win this match. Obviously down a break here in this third set. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Obviously, Pavlyuchenkova has definitely shown in moments that she can dominate Ito, but it's not been consistent enough. She's been making errors, a bit more than she'd like, but she's been getting better. Let's see if Ito can make her more uncomfortable, or if she can come up with something different. Oh, and that was Ito stepping in with the, proper backhand cross court, and she comes out on top in that first point. Love 15. Good serve. It is returned well, and we get into a backhand battle there with Ito and the Russian player. Oh, now it's a slice forehand, and it brings the error. And that was a very Ito point. And sure, she'll be happy to have seen that. Ito's wicked slice drawing the forehand error from Pavlyuchenkova. That's happened numerous times in this match, more so earlier on. Love 30 now. It is returned. Another slice. Wow, low over the net. Slice return all over the net, and another error from Pavlyuchenkova. So is love 40. Oh, Dominic, thanks for your comment. Shea Shibahara leading 5-1 against the second seeds at the moment. That is a great doubles pairing. Shibahara, of course, she was a doubles specialist and started to move more into the singles game. Qualified even for the slams. Oh, wow. Another big lob there, a defensive lob there from Ito, and Pavlyuchenkova just does terribly with the smash. It goes way out. I mean, that's not the first time that Ito's done that in this match and brought that error. So it's so tricky to play Ito. So 2-all, but can she hold on? She's got to be careful with her serve. She needs to get those first serves in. And that was a good way to start down the tee. Decent first serve. Yeah, Sheisue and Shibahara. Shibahara is a player I really like, actually. And I was kind of hoping that she was going to be able to make the top 100 as a singles player. I like the way she holds herself on the court and the way she plays, actually. But yeah, top doubles player she was, Shibahara. I think she got as high as 4 in the world with her Japanese doubles partner, Aoyama. But now she's with Sheisue, of course, as a former, number one and multiple slam winner in women's doubles. So very good pairing that is in my eyes. And it's 40-15 now. Oh, that was a decent serve, but it was returned by Pavlyuchenkova. And and the ball from Ito just going long. So it's 40-30. So still another game point. But we'll see how this goes. Can she get the first serve in? No, that goes long. It's going to be a second serve. And Pavlyuchenkova is definitely going to be looking to step in and take this. So let's see what Ito does. And it goes long. Yeah, she was trying to go for a bit more there, I guess, and which is understandable. But now it's a deuce, and she's in danger of just losing the break that she just got back. She's sort of practicing her serve motion or miming it out there, and I think she knows she feels uncomfortable. She seems to be stretching a little bit. I don't know if her back is hurting a little bit. Oh, that's too short. Wow. Again, another forehand where that sat up, on the forehand for Pavlyuchenkova. She had a huge court to aim for, and she sends that cross-court forehand into the tram lines. And it's not the first time we've seen something like that from her. That is just terrible from Pavlyuchenkova's point of view, because it went to advantage, and then it was an easy point there, one for Ito, and she takes it to 3-2. So back on serve, and it's the Japanese player with the lead in this final set. And again, those kind of moments there from Pavlyuchenkova makes me think that Ito's going to be able to take this, because she has been the calmer player in overall in these tighter moments, and Ito has created more break points in this match. 6 out of 9 she's won, 4 out of 7 for the Anastasia, but overall points won 78 for Ito versus 64 for the Russian player. I mean, that shows that Ito's been pulling away a bit in terms of points won, which obviously it's not all about points won, total points won in tennis. It's about winning the key points. That's what matters. Winning sets, but overall, that's sort of felt like Ito has been the more consistent player. Right, let's see if Pavlyuchenkova can hold on here, because I think Ito is going to be relishing the chance to create a bit of pressure here. And you were talking about Shea and Shibahara, who are taking on the number 2 seeds, Routliffe and Dubrovsky. They have a set point. Oh my goodness. Ito hits, the chip forehand return that loops over Pavlyuchenkova, who just leaves it, and it drops inside. So it's love 15. And you have to say, I mean, some of these decision making from the Russian player has been quite bizarre at times, and some of the errors. I mean, she's just feeling uncomfortable out there, and just, I guess, just one of those days, and perhaps a little bit of pressure here getting to her. It's a tough game, tennis, mentally, just with the way the scoring system works. Yeah, thanks for your comment there. The problem is that Ito's game works better under pressure. I think so. It's a great comment, because, if you are feeling pressure, as I've said before, like if you are maybe not feeling quite comfortable yet, I don't think Ito's the kind of player that you want to play. It's just going to get in your head, and that kind of just makes Ito, encourages her more to keep doing what she's doing and execute it even better. And that's a great lob inside the baseline there from Ito. I mean, she's going back to the moon balls. I mean, she's mixing it up here at 15:30. She knows that, oh my goodness, that was incredible. That was a crazy slice forehand that just dropped short inside the line, and that was just a crazy winner. And Ito's one of the few, if not the only player that would hit that kind of shot, and that's why people love to watch her. 15:40 now. And yeah, another chip return that goes short. Pavlyuchenkova steps in and goes with the backhand, but it goes into the tram lines. So it's another break for Ito, and it's 4-2. And you have to say, well, that's it, isn't it? I mean, Ito's just been the camera player. She's just consistently played her game. She hasn't had, any of the errors that, dips that we've seen from Pavlyuchenkova. And unfortunately for the Russian player, she's just not found her game really today. I mean, certainly after having such a good grass season. But it is love 15 here. Oh, it's going to be a second serve as that first serve bounces off the net out. Oh my goodness. I mean, again, another just ridiculous backhand error there, just way off from the Russian player. And yeah, it's clearly just one of those days for her. And if it was a confident Anastasia, Anastasia, forgot her name there. And she was playing with the confidence of like she did at Wimbledon. She probably could dominate Ito here, and take the match. But it's not one of those days, and it's 30-15 now to Ito. And you have to say, I think if Ito holds here, then it's pretty much done. But I guess you never say never. But I mean, certainly feeling like that. Oh, it was forehand pass. It was just enough there because Pavlyuchenkova gets the racket on it on the backhand side, but it drops on her side of the court. So it's 40-15. I mean, it was a pretty good pass from Ito. It was hard to deal with. Oh, another lob there. Another slice there from Ito. And she's enjoying her tennis right now. You just feel her loosening up. I mean, is she going to hit a lob? Is she going to hit a slice? Is she going to hit a big backhand cross court? And it's also really fun when she is playing that confidently at Ito, because it's very fluid. And I think sometimes that kind of trickery if she's playing confidently, that kind of is a bit intimidating in a way to an opponent, because it's like you have to really concentrate, and if you're always having to generate your own pace, or sometimes you don't even know if you're going to get one of those balls, because Ito's able to mix it up. And yeah, it's great to be able to see a player like this on the tour. 5-2 for Ito, and it does look like the Japanese player is going to get it done. And this is great for her, great for Japanese tennis, and great for for her to be able to get through qualies. This is second consecutive WTA 1000 after having got to the third round in Canada, in Montreal. She beat biggest win of her career against Jasmine Paolini. And now to back it up again with a win over another seeded player in Pavlyuchenkova, and a player who's just, obviously had a great, tournaments in the grass season, but an experienced player as well. And then it will be a chance for Ito to play either Eva Lees, who is a player that she has beaten before, or Madison Keys, this year's Australian Open champion. either way, a great opportunity for her. I would think that maybe Keys is going to be too much for her if they were to play, but who knows, because Ito has surprised us, hasn't she? Yeah, I agree, Dominic. So nice to see a player who prevents her opponent from getting into a rhythm. Yeah, it's brains versus brawn, yeah, and it's not just like random. She is thinking about it. She is a smart player. She knows what she's doing, and you can tell that. You see her smiling a lot on the court. She enjoys it. And in some ways she's maybe forced into it. She doesn't have the weapons, but she can sort of inject pace sometimes a little bit, and surprise her opponents. Yeah, another bad error there from Anastasia. That's 30 all, and who knows? Maybe Ito's going to get it done here, just 2 points away. This is a great moment here, perhaps. Oh, again, it was the deep chip return, and it's just misjudged from Pavlyuchenkova. I mean, it's sort of story of the match there. And it's a match point. 30-40 now. Another chip return. Let's see what she does. So, she keeps going for the slices now. Yes, it's good play from Ito. She's willing to soak it up. And she goes for the lob. Oh, no, eventually. It does go out, so back to deuce. We're on deuce. Still a chance for Anastasia here. Again, another forehand dragged wide from Pavlyuchenkova, and another match point number 2. Yeah, and it's returned. We're into a baseline battle here. But now the slice forehand again. More slice forehand that drops short. Oh, and Pavlyuchenkova does step in and does hit a very good shot. And she holds on back to deuce. Yes. Interesting match this has been. So, the first serve is out. Will be a second serve. Decent second serve there. And it is finished with the 1-2 from Pavlyuchenkova. So that was much better. So can she hang on here and make things interesting? There will be a bit of pressure here for Ito if she has to serve it out, and obviously she has to hit a few second serves, which Pavlyuchenkova can certainly destroy. And she does hold on, well smashed to finish off to get that hold, and it's 5-3 now to Ito, and she's going to have to serve out. She wants to win this match, but let's see if she can do it. This is it. Well, big moment. Ito serves. It is the first serve that's in, but it's returned well by Pavlyuchenkova. Our return winner, and it's love 15 to start off this game. And oh, it's going to be a second serve. I mean, that's really what Ito wants to avoid, I think. Oh, and that was just nervy. Yeah, a double fault. Oh dear, Ito. Love 30. She could really do with finding a good first serve here. Bit of an easier point. Pavlyuchenkova's waiting there, eager. Oh, it hits off the top of the tape, and you can see Ito is really frustrated with that. The second serve goes in. Oh, it's returned deep, just under the feet of Ito, and she, you know, the error there comes, and it's love 40, and it's 3 breakback points for the Russian player. Is she going to actually do this and come back? Oh, wow. The serve was out wide. It was returned, but Ito was there to finish with a nice backhand up the line. And she saves one of those breakback points. 15-40. Oh, it's another serve into the net. Will be a second serve. Let's see if Pavlyuchenkova can step on this one. But it is in. Oh, and the return goes long. So another point saves, 30-40. Doesn't surprise me that we've had another twist in this match here, but let's see if Ito can hold on here. Oh, the first serve goes in, but it's returned well, but oh my goodness. Oh, eventually Pavlyuchenkova does finish off at the net, and she breaks back. So it's 5-4 to Ito. And well, still Ito just one game away from the match, but she's going to have to break here, and it's going to be difficult though. Yeah, the Russian holding in there, and you know, with her experience, she knows that she would have a chance to break back and get into this, and that's exactly what she's doing. Wow, so Shea and Shibahara actually lost that first set 7-5 to the second seeds, having been up, I think, 5-2. Wow. There's quite a turnaround there in that women's doubles match. Alex Mickelson seems to be coming back against Mute up in the third set. Benjamin Bonzi and Musetti on serve in the third set. Ogier Aliassime seems to be doing fine. And Holger Rune has won a tight match in 2 sets against Roman Safulin. So here, Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova comes out to serve to stay in the match. It is returned with the slice. Oh, yeah, the little chip short. Pavlyuchenkova steps in, and that backhand goes long, so Ito wins the first point here. It's love 15. And this is going to be tricky. Oh, it is returned okay. She's hanging in there. Ito. Oh, but that lob goes wide. So 15 all. You definitely feel like Ito, though, can still create a few more nervy moments for the Russian player. Perhaps Ito can win it without having to serve it out, and that might be better for her. Oh, it's returned well on the backhand side. Oh, it's backhand sent long there from Pavlyuchenkova. It's 15-30. And still those errors are coming off the Russians' racket. Way more than did she be happy with. And that's just making me think, I mean, with the way Ito plays, that she might just get it done here. 15-30, huge point this is. Oh, this chip return. Oh, but well finished this time from Pavlyuchenkova. No mistake this time. Short ball, but steps in nicely. Finds the angle. And it's 30 all. Let's see. It's going to be either a game point or a match point now. That first serve hit off the tape, so it looks like it's a let. Or did it go out? Yeah, I'll need to check that one, but oh, that's out. So it is another. It's a second serve. And it's in. Oh my goodness, Ito. It was there, but she hit the backhand right into the net. And that was really there to be hit, and too easy at that moment. It was, that would have made a match point for her, but it's actually a game point now. And it's 40-30 on Anastasia's serve. That first serve goes quite long, so a second serve, maybe Ito can do something this time. Let's see if she can bring it to juice. Oh, another error there from Pavlyuchenkova, and it does go to juice. And this game, this match really is full of twists and turns. 94 points in total to 79 for Ito against Pavlyuchenkova. I mean, yeah, Ito has definitely been the more consistent player, but oh, another error there. Just Ito getting it back with the slices, the short ball, and eventually an error from Pavlyuchenkova. And this is at a third match point. Advantage Ito. Can she get it done? We've got a lot of viewers here, 102 watching now. Can she do it? First serve's in, out wide. Oh, but that was a good serve from Pavlyuchenkova. Ito tries to return, but it goes long, and it's back to deuce. Dominic, you may be holding your breath. He said you would suffocate if it goes to deuce. We're at deuce. I hope you're not struggling to breathe, but let's see how it goes. A first serve for Pavlyuchenkova. Another return. Chip return. But that's not enough. Ito seems to be stretching and sort of grimacing. I don't know if she's struggling a little bit physically here. It's advantage, though, to Pavlyuchenkova. Oh, wow. Again, just the short chip and another error as Pavlyuchenkova hits it long. Back to deuce. So let's see. Can the Russian hold their nerve here? Oh, that goes wide, that serve. So it will be a second serve. No, return deep there with the backhand from Ito. Oh, and it's another error on that forehand, just way wide. And it's going to be another match point for Ito, fourth match point. But Ito, even in this tense moment, she seems to be somewhat relaxed and enjoying it. I mean, she can feel perhaps that she's on the edge of winning this match, but surely got to be nervous in some way. Oh, and it's an error there eventually. And Ito is the winner. Very much summed up the match, the slice there. And the error there from the Russian player. But, Ito bows and shakes hands and she bows to the crowd. She's delighted. Another win under her belt. Second consecutive WTA 1000. Third round she's made. Thanks for joining as well, Dominic. Thanks for joining. It's really a pleasure to be able to do this. I'm enjoying watching this. And yeah, the more solid player won the match. Let's be honest. She deserved to win. Ito. She was the player that far too many errors. Let's be honest, from Pavlyuchenkova. And straight after winning that match, just straight into photos and autographs for the few fans there. Anastasia, to her credit, also doing the same, getting a few photos with some of the fans there. So yeah, amazing stuff from the Japanese player Ito. She's still able to bamboozle even an experienced player like Pavlyuchenkova, who's been up near I think the top 10. I think she was number 11 in the world at one point. If we look at the stats there, it was not been too much on serve for either player, but 8 out of 14 break points won for the Japanese player, and it's 99 points to 81. It really tells its own story, and yeah, no doubt that Ito deserved to win, and it sets up a big match for her now. We don't know who her opponent's going to be yet, but it will be either Eva Lees, the German players, another young player on the rise, and Madison Keys. You have to imagine if she does play Madison Keys, who is this year's Australian Open winner, she will obviously be playing against an American in the biggest, American tournament at the moment, which is other than the US Open. So she'll probably be on the big court, the center court. So that's going to be fun experience for Ito if it does happen. It'll be interesting to see if her game style can work against a player of that quality. I mean, she's already beaten Jasmine Paolini, but of course, quite a difference in style from Madison Keys. But yeah, great performance there from the Japanese player. And thank you very much for everyone that tuned in to watch this stream, this live watch along. I'll be hoping to bring you more at some point in the future, mostly focused, on these Asian players. Of course, Ayo Ito is a rising player in Asia from Japan. And, I can tell by the number of people who are tuning in here that people are excited by her. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. I want to have more subscribers and do more of these streams and bring you more content. So thank you very much for joining, and it's been a pleasure.